Hey, what's up, you guys? It's me, Eclectic Witch Natasha. So welcome to my channel. If you are new to this channel, please feel free to subscribe and hit that like button. It really does let me know that you guys are responding well to my content and that you guys appreciate it, so thank you. Now, this video I'm going to be talking about is specifically about storm magic and how to utilize and use storm water. So before I get into the good stuff, the meat and potatoes of this video, anything that I talk about in this video is going to be in the description box. I'm going to be typing out what I talk about in this video so you guys can have that in the description box as a reference material. So you guys can copy and paste it, write it out, whatever. Basically, you guys can have that information to put into your magical journals, your grimoires, your book of shadows, whatever you use for your practice. So that's my gift to you guys. So let's get into storm magic. It's a very interesting and good topic. It deals with weather magic, but it's definitely not for newbies. And I'm only saying that because you need to have experience to work with storm magic. Not only experience in working with the weather, but experience in your craft. There is a need to be safe in this type of work. For your practice, you do need to be safe. So I'm going to go more into it, but I just want to give that disclaimer for you guys who are inexperienced in your craft. If you are interested in doing storm magic, I'm not saying you can't, but you need to educate yourself. You need to be safe. There are ways to go about this. So if you guys are interested in learning, please keep watching. And like I said, what I talk about in this video will of course be in the description box. So please keep watching. So storm magic. Some witches can feel overwhelmed, when they're working with storm magic at first. Having your entire body fill with concentrated energy can be very difficult to direct and contain it. Embodying so much penetrating energy can have its adverse effects, like nausea, headaches, dizziness, and more. The good news is that this is only temporary until you become more proficient in working with storms. It's just like energy work in that sense. So, storm magic. Storm magic also requires you to be ready at a moment's notice. So this means at 2 a.m. when the storm rolls through, you need to be able to jump to your feet and perform your ritual or your spell. You must be composed, focused, fluid, so the energy of the storm is allowed to work through you. You must be able to direct and focus it clearly. Now, patience is critical. You will need to exercise this as much as you can muster, which is not a strong point for me. Storms have their own plans, so you need to be prepared. With that, storm magic is also about relinquishing control. You are at the mercy of the weather, lightning, the intensity of the storm. So when the storm hits, you need to be able to become fluid. You need to be able to open yourself up and allow the energy of the storm to flow like a stream, allowing little to no blockage. Now, I'm going to be giving you guys my tips on how to utilize storm magic. And yeah, so let's get into it. So number 1, be prepared. Plan and think of your spell or ritual intent, your intention. If you have a very specific area where you like to do your workings, make it ready. Don't try to make storm spells overcomplicated. Storms are already very powerful. Storms, if you do any type of spell or ritual during a storm, it is empowered by the storm, so there's no need to overdo it. Number 2, be organized. Know exactly what you need, where it is, and be sure you can access it quickly. Have your items cleansed, ready, in stock. This will ensure that you are always one step ahead. And believe me, I do mean that, because there has been times where I have been scrambling to just be prepared um, and organized. 3, be patient and flexible. In most cases, and I do mean this, you are only going to have a small window of opportunity. You will need to be able to, you will need to get moving as soon as you know the storm is coming, because they come and go. Now, 4, be open. Not only will you need to be able to move quickly, but in that same breath, you will need to be able to tap into your inner self, that inner energy quickly. You will need to be able to center yourself immediately and drop into trance or trance-like state as fast as the storm can roll through the sky. So I realized that if you are a newbie witch, you need to have more experience not only working with the weather, but in working with your craft. So that's where you may need to educate yourself more and get more experience with if you are a newbie trying to work with storm magic. Now, number 5, be clear. Now, as the storm power hits you, sharpen your focus on your intention, the need, the desire, until you can almost taste it, until you can smell it, touch it. In all honesty, this is all you really need for storm magic. You can forget the candles, the oils, the statues, the incense, but as long as you have your intention focused, clear in your mind, then that's all you really need. Now remember, attitude is everything, so stay positive, focused, be direct. Please take caution. Please take caution with storms. You want to be safe, especially when there is lightning. Working outside, I know it would seem the most ideal for a sacred space for your storm magic, but logically, no. I recommend, working inside where you can feel and see, view the storm like through a window, because that's the safest bet, honestly. Now, we talked about how to utilize storms. Let's talk about how to use storm water. First of all, I want to disclose this. Under any circumstances, for storm water at all, do not drink it ever, ever. Now, let's talk about what is storm water. So, storm water, it's made by your charging water that's under thunder and lightning, or the energy of heavy wind. It's basically empowered, charged from the storm. And it carries the energy of the storm. It's powerful, ferocious, energetic. So that's going to be the type of energy in that water. Now, when there's going to be a storm, place a clean bowl to gather the rainwater from the storm. It is best to use a non-metal bowl, so don't use metal, people. Be smart. Just as if there could be lightning that could cause a problem. Just as a safety precaution, just don't use metal. You can use literally anything else. It's better to use organic materials than plastic, but, use glass or use ceramic. Be smart. Don't use metal, okay? Now, once the storm is over, you're going to bring that bowl and place it into a jar, label it, and date it. Now, I want to tell you what are some things you can use that storm water for. So I'm going to tell you all the different ways you can use it. Now, storm water could be literally used for so many things. It could be used for the intention of emotions or emotional issues, particularly erratic emotions, manifesting, protection, motivation, power, raising energy, rebirth, strength, confidence, boosting self-esteem, hexing and cursing, of course, charging, letting go, moving on, helping you become heard, destructive purposes, great for warding, empowering, fighting or creating psychic attacks, good for revenge, uncontrollable situations, breaking bad habits, balancing energies, pain, death, war, arguments and conflict, and courage. Now, like I said, storm water can be used in curses. So if you are going to use storm water for that specific intention, add a hot or a spicy herb to create fire. It's very useful for warding, cursing, matters of passion. It's also great to add in baths to recharge your energy, raise your vibration, give you a boost in your intuitive psychic abilities and gifts. It can also be used as holy water, believe it or not. Just pray over it with your intent. So, yeah, that's all I have for you guys for storm water and storm magic. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like I said, if you want to add what I talked about in this video to your magical journals, look in the description box. So thank you guys so much for watching, and blessed be.